Alright, well, we run out of daylight, and we need to get some taps in these trees, so I got 2 5-gallon containers and one, I don't know what it is, 10? Might be a 10? I was pretty sure there was another one of these around. So a good family friend of ours moved out of state, or not a family friend, good friend of us, our family here, not my family or my wife's family. Anyway, left us these taps. They're like 10 or 20 taps there. So we're gonna put some taps in this tree. We're gonna go, here's a nice heavy limb. We're gonna go into here. I think that's our hole from last year. That's all healed. There's some nice veins. This tree here is not too distinct, but here's a vein. There's a broken tap from last year. So I really wanted to do this in the morning time when there's light out, but there's a good chance, well, this tree would have run all day, and it's a good chance it'll run all night or part of the night into the morning. That's pretty fascinating how that's all healed. Pretty amazing. I didn't think to look this past summer, but it must have been healing. So we have got 3 buckets at least, and at least 3 trees. So and I got all the hose from last year, because last year we were broker than a joker. So I sat on the kitchen table at the kitchen table one fine day and just whittled a bunch of taps. There was a maple tree, maple sticks laying in the yard. So I took, found some nice little sticks about this diameter. Maple sticks are hollow in the middle. They have kind of a hollow with diaphragm. So I was able to drill the middle out and put them in there. And I thought that was pretty cool. So right now we're going to get the camera on and lay out this tree. Try to lay out our hoses and such. And get ready. Man, I can't wait. I think we'll have absolutely full buckets by morning time. I really do. So, alright, we're back with that. I thought I had everything. Last year we did the red maple, or Norway maple, in front of the house. And that one didn't yield too well, so this year we're going to go try some other old maples. So these guys here are so old, I didn't even recognize them as maples when we moved here in the wintertime. So I kind of dug around the base of the trees and tried to find surviving leaves and so forth, and I ended up completely missing this guy. Actually, both of these back here are maples. So I think we'll just put a bucket at each. So we got, this might work out really well, because Let's set the camera down here. This is sort of the side that's got all the branches and stuff. So we got a branch here and here, so I think we'll put a tap in each. I have a feeling there'll be a lot of maple sap. We're gonna move on to the last. We could do one more tap in this one. Let's do one more tap, because there's a second tree limb right there we haven't tapped yet. So we could take one of these medium length ones. That'll still work great. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna end it there because I got both hands full now, and that's all wet. It's pretty cool, man. I can't wait to see it in the morning. I think we'll have to start cooking. I think we'll start cooking it in the garage. Get some pots on the boil in there. I don't have a ton of hardwood anymore, but we could probably just go and buy a bundle or two of slab wood, and that would work really, really well. There's some more cedar up there on the barn hill, but that's about it. So, all right, see you later. All right, I had to run to the gentleman's room. It's why I didn't know what to say. So we're getting creative here with our sap collecting. So we got, what is that, 4 taps going into this 5-gallon can. Looks like I got 1 tap left. So that makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then, 8, the little plastic things. And I think we got, oh yeah, we do have 4 lines going into here. I see one that's leaking. So I switched to a 5/16 drill bit. So we're gonna have to fix this little feller. So there's a couple. Wow, water. There's water or sap just running right out. So I'm gonna peel back the bark. Just try not to get into the green growth. It's just running right out. See if I might be able to. Now my taps come off. Alright, so this is awkward. Alright, that's better. So, ended up. Oh, it's still leaking, but that's too bad. Oh, wait, I do have a fix for this. I got the other style tap. See, this has got a step in it just for this reason. Alright, we'll be able to fix this. This is always awkward because I got my hammer loop on the left side, so we're gonna have to get this guy off and get it on. There it is. Yeah, that's good enough. Good enough for Hertz 4, so get this guy all the way in. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember my friend tell me that it's a 3/8 drill, but I reckon it's 5/16, so as long as the rest of these aren't leaking. Oh. It's pretty impressive. Oh, we got one leaking here. I don't really know. I guess I did. Make sure it's tapped all the way in. We could wrap it with a little bit of masking tape. That one's starting to go. Yeah, I think we might have to wrap these with a smidge of masking tape. So, it's coming though, it's dripping. Alright, very cool. So, that's got 5 taps in it. Sweet. I mean, no pun intended, but yeah, I'm gonna go get some masking tape and wrap these guys, so I'll tap them back in. Hey guys, we are ready for a sweet treat. So we have got this black, I'm assuming 10-gallon container. This one here has got 5 taps, and then 2 more trees for a total of 13 taps. She's leaking the sweet stuff right now. Here's something pretty amazing. Here's a hole from last year, completely healed. Pretty fantastic what our great creator's done with the trees and how they produce food, sweetness from the earth. Amazing. Alright gang, it's morning. Somebody didn't put their tape away. Oh yeah, it's still liquid. Sweet. That's a couple gallons. So let's go check the other one, see what we got. Yeah, that's to the point where we need to get a fire going and start boiling some of this off. It's pretty exciting. Just before I came out, we had a nice little snowstorm. It's just snowing like crazy for a minute. It was almost a steady drip. So it's up to the bottom ring now. So wow, that's pretty good. I've never tapped that tree, and I've never tapped this tree either. So Oh, this has got more in it, huh? Wait, it's got almost nothing in it. What? Did we just miss the ball or miss the mark that badly? This is a maple though, isn't it? Yeah, this is a maple. I mowed some big mounds of maple leaves off of here. I think these are about the only maples here. Well, there's some up front still. Well, I guess if this is the way this is going to be, then we may as well tap the big Norway up front. I just pull all the taps out and let them heal. Leave them heal. Alright, I think we could bring the big kettle out here and just dump it right in the kettle. I think that'll probably work the best. Boy, that's a big disappointment. I don't think it's got anything to do with the bit size, because remember we had 3/8 bit here and up front, and then that one was a 5/16 just to make sure that the taps work out well. Alright, I'm going to bring the kettle out and fill it here. Okay, I found a clean gallon bucket. Okay, we'll just do it in a couple of trips, but that's how much we got. So let's go inside now and take a look at the cooking setup, and then after that I can go get my last bucket and get a fire started and get ready to rip. So I'm going to be cooking, boiling inside of here. This wood stove gets hot enough to light whatever's on top on fire. Like if there's little bits of firewood and stuff on top, it'll there we go. Alright, let's get the other bucket and light a fire. Alright, we've had this on the boil for maybe a half hour or more. So the tree up here by the shop actually made more, so I was going to put the first pail in here, second pail in here, kind of keep them separate. But I actually ended up putting probably a third of it over here. So we got one piece of dirt floating in there. I should get a spoon and see if I can get that out at some point. It's probably just a piece of tree bark. It looks like a fly, but it's winter time, so I don't think it's fly. So yeah, that door right in that area I think was red hot. I just closed the garage door and I got the fan blowing through the back corner to try and not overheat the, you know, the wood and the wall here. That's comfortably warm. It's like 90, 100 degrees. Not too bad. So I opened over to the house, so we'll warm everything up as we go. I had no idea, so I'm going to show you what I put in that made it red hot. So that's all cedar bush. This is more cedar bush. I filled it with a bunch of pine slabs and moved these crates away. So there's the one part crate and the other part's outside, but I just stacked it full just like that, right on top of each other. And I was here listening to some podcasts and things, just kind of Went to open the door, and the door was so hot it was stuck closed. And then I noticed it was kind of reddish. So we'll probably boil this an hour or two, get it condensed down pretty good, and then once we get probably both of these down to half a pot in here, we'll put them in the kitchen, and then take it on down once Sarah, once my wife's back. She's at my parents' place doing a quilt with my sister-in-laws. So that's good for her, good for them. And I want to try and work in the shop at the same time we're boiling in here. It's going to be pretty tough. But I guess probably the worst thing that could happen is it'll just run out of firewood and lose all the heat. So I'm just very impressed. This was a bundle of slab wood from the sawmill just up the road, almost next door, that was sitting on the wagon outside under the tree all summer, and we used bits and pieces off of it and whatever, and it wasn't covered from the rain or nothing. And then in the fall, just before snow, probably a month before it snowed, I decided to cut it all up, get it off the trailer so we can work on snowmobiles with the, with my flat wagon that I've got, that I built out of Cub Cadet chassis, 2 Cub Cadet frames. The one with the C's axles and the tree growing through it was the rear one, because it wouldn't steer anyway. So there it is. This is all the firewood we got. I should try and get a bundle of hardwood or softwood or something up here so we can get it cut up and stacked in here, because this is going to be probably more on the dry side rather than the humid side, with all the heat that this is putting off. This will be pretty good to keep our house warm while we boil off some sap. Hopefully, by the time we get these 2 boiled down, we'll have 2 more pots full ready to rip. So yeah, back to the firewood thing. So we're gonna let this boil and come back and check on it. Well, there's our maple syrup result. Got a little bit of a skin on it, but it's nice and thick and golden and sweet. It almost tastes more like honey. Well, it's as sweet as honey. So we finished it right here. Went from 2 big kettles down to the 2 big kettles into the smaller of the 2, and then finished it off in here. So got a little bit steamy windows, which is pretty cool. So that's the first round of maple syrup. I guess even the local guy that cooks is not even set up yet, so I guess we're ahead of the game for once. And the earliest syrup is always the sweetest and the clearest, so that's pretty cool. All right. Good night.